record the games. Well, I'm
Always
recording.
been recorded.
I haven't seen any of our games being uploaded.
Actually, I've kept them private. I just started uploading them or releasing them now. I need to finish them, but
I was bamboozled. I was like, okay, I guess we're not streaming this.
No, I stream all my games.
Oh, that means I can watch the first game that I missed out on.
Yeah.
So how do we? Okay.
What do you mean you slept through?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about this.
All right, but as is, this is session 3 of Astalon Awakening, as I named this campaign. So, as always, can someone please give me a recap of what happened last session? But because the landing page, you kind of have a recap I did for you, but I want to hear from what you remember. Any other, because I didn't put all the details in. So, someone please recap what happened last session.
Well,
I believe our dwarf, being the main character,
Right,
in this
of course.
segment, should potentially recall.
well, what I remember is that last time we were fighting a bunch of goblins, or before that actually, and we got our asses handed to us. And when we awoke, I mean everyone except our fairy over here / pixie, we awoke
Slash
to
scoundrel.
yes, we awoke to some kind of. It claims to be a human male, I suppose. I don't think that.
We do not yet know the gender of the anomaly. The anomaly.
Yeah, so anyway, Ovokin saved us from lying out in the field and bleeding to death and bandaged us up to somewhat reasonable 1 hit point. And yeah, the group was getting together a bit, introductions followed, and then we just kind of decided, hey, we don't really have enough health to take on more goblins. So what happened next was we kind of figured out that there's a witch in the forest, Eleki. Yeah. So we headed up for that, which is her house was next to a large lake where Kurgar and Ovui, I hope they were doing some fishing right off the bat. I don't know why. While the rest of us
We were fishing because we needed an offering for the witches herself.
That turned out to be a fucking lie. Anyway, you two did that while the rest of us kind of went up there and we had a chat with the lady.
We actually did stuff from like someone.
Yeah, and
I was stuck with a fishing pole. Please understand.
Yeah, Kurgar can actually fish pretty well, but our human just can't. It's just horrible.
Oh.
So we ate some delicious foodstuffs, got some hit points back. Ended up chatting a bit, and then we just kind of headed out at the end again. Because apparently we still had a job to do. There was a long discussion about whether we should sneak back or just walk back, and we just kind of went back one way or another. And then we went to mining in the local mine, I suppose, by the village, where we first accepted our job. Turns out it's not particularly stable, and the mine is just collapsing all around us. It seems like.
Danger pay.
Yeah.
It's hazard pay. Sorry, hazard pay.
Well, Kurgar and I did some hard physical labor and we'll be the only ones getting paid on the job. The other ones were kind of wandering around the cave and discovered a dead body.
I think we should all get paid.
When you put it that way, it sounds kind of suspicious.
There's probably a bit more that happened, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Now, real quick, take a quick pause for Crow and Demo. Can both of you, actually, if all of you want to follow, it's up to you. Go to the Journals tab, please. Do you see the miscellaneous folder?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you see the castings inside it?
Yes.
Can you open up the
Yeah.
page real quick? And then
Yes,
is there,
I can.
on the top of that, is there a place that says image?
Yes.
Click on that. Does it show the traditions?
Yeah, it does already.
Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It does it already. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Where was that at?
The miscellaneous tab in the journals part of the sidebar. And then in the castings actual entry, there should be a button that says images at the top. Click on that and it actually shows you the traditions for intellect or will. So it's for both of you essentially, and everyone else that does get in the game
Oh, thank
or
you.
does magic later on.
How do you get up? Alright, I think I've done my spells. Alright.
Can you help me with the spells? I guess.
Of course.
You know what I'm suspecting is that underneath this entire farm, there's some sort of a crystal that makes everybody really happy, and not notice that bad things are happening all around them.
Crow, put the spells and make the spells first.
Yeah, how do you?
What
I
are you
was trying
talking?
to figure out how to do that.
Go to the magic tab.
Don't worry about it, Konsei.
Yeah, and I had.
You wouldn't know.
So it's in Arcana. It's the magic dart.
Yeah, make the names and all that, and do as much as you can. Then I'll do the rest of it.
Okay.
I mean, it should match up to the book. So
Yeah, let me test this out. There you go. It worked. I think I misspelled eavesdrop.
Yeah, you did.
yeah, you kind of did.
That wouldn't be the first time you misspelled something.
Eavesdrop. Yes.
Because I had to remake it because I had to put in more stuff in.
Hmm.
Eavesdrop.
I mean, you could leave it. I mean, we all know what it is. It's your snake accent coming through.
My thick snake accent.
Eavesdrop.
I'm sorry. But yeah, I wanted to go for like a seer, maybe oracle type of meme, you know?
Hmm.
I can see your future, traveler.
Kill Jester.
You find a jester on the road. What do?
You find a facility.
I
Pick up
robbed the
facility.
jester.
Pick up facility.
Cannot pick up facility.
Why not?
Oh no, you're not.
You know?
Oh, yeah, I
Kill
remember this cave.
facilitate.
Yeah.
Kill facilitate.
I thought we left when we were in the woods.
Yes, we did.
We did,
Before
yeah.
dawn.
We went in the woods.
Did we attack a bunch of? What
No.
even did we attack?
We didn't attack anything.
And we just found some stone grubs, but there were no enemies.
Yes.
But I do remember
Yeah.
it was out here. And
Yes.
out here was a bunch of items laying out.
Was there?
Yeah, because you remember, this is where there's a bunch of discarded coin purses, some bags, a couple of backpacks laying on the ground. Those are laying
Yeah,
at...
the coin purses were empty, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, I'd pick them up.
Absolutely.
His roads coming through.
You're not gonna find just random full coin purses on the ground. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
What if
I
it's a
will-
mimic coin purse?
I will
coin-
start digging into the ground
I want to mimic
every
planet.
session to find just one coin purse. It has to happen someday.
Oh my god. Another tractor.
Or is that like an ability of yours or something?
What,
If anything-
digging? I think every human can do that. Just use your hand.
Two good hands, and you just
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of
I thought you had like class ability or like racial ability where you could pick up a fucking you could dig up hidden treasure or something.
Yes, the human ability to smell gold and dig it up.
Only certain people can do that.
If
Only
any-
Jewish people can do that.
if anything, should I not have more prowess
No,
in digging?
you shouldn't have anything, Demo.
This isn't divinity.
This isn't divinity.
Fucking walking shovel. Get out of here.
Nice shovel, bitch. Look at me. Look at my hands. Dig, dig, dig.
Oh yeah, you're so cool for not going on that one bridge and picking up the shovel.
Ah,
Dude, imagine having your item slot taken by a shovel.
You have an infinite inventory.
You do. Which I still don't understand.
Many people go for the lizard race for a variety of good reasons, such as their attributes, their affinity to magic, or whatever
I
else.
mean, they
Me?
do.
I go for their ability to dig without a shovel.
I mean, they do have fire resistance, which is pretty good.
Magic. I read magic
Fire
Dirt for a
resistance?
second.
Nah, I sleep. Dig without shovel, real shit.
Lock picking without lock picks.
Oh, that's the real skeleton.
Extended.
That's the real skeleton life. Killed on sight by half of the game's population.
Wait a
being
minute,
living.
that's actually Pog.
Being killed on sight, if you don't have a helmet, by half of the game's population.
Just wear a hoodie, Lamau.
I sleep. Pick any lock without needing lockpicks ever. Real shit.
That's not how that meme works.
But
Heal by poison ice. Poison?
You
Poison.
can't, Demo, you can't take something always bad and compare it to something objectively good and use the I sleep meme. It's supposed to be something that is objectively good that comedically isn't considered good over something that is worse, but that's the real shit. That's how you use this meme. That's humor.
Look, I'm a snake. I never had a humor in my entire life.
Well, I can tell.
Just like you never had anything, warm, because you're always so cold to me.
I mean, technically, you're the one that's cold-blooded. I'm a mammal.
Well, actually,
I produce my own heat.
there is nothing in the book that says I'm cold-blooded. I'm just assuming.
There's a snake joke in there that I think it's flying over my head.
I'm trying to coil around the issue, but I just can't see it.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
That's so bad.
It's lovely. Fuck you.
Please love me for who I am.
Alright, boys, let's go. Adventure time.
So,
And
what
being
would
cool.
you like to do? Now, as remembered, we do have a couple of things that are in the quest log that is in progress. We have recovered old artifacts and knowledge of old Velosa. Wealth, never had it, now I want it. Battle booze and glory for the mountain hold. Prove my claim wrong. And a short-term goal, which is recover the bow from the bandits as well as the commission. Local merchant is in need of various metalworking. Now, as mentioned, actually a lot of these are long-term goals. So, what would be a short-term goal some of you would like? Now, you don't have to tell me right now, but what you do tell me, your short-term goals, we will pursue these. These will be things that to be accomplished within maybe this session, next one. Whereas the treasure map look-in is going to be something that's going to be probably a fairly larger arc.
I'd say we should probably finish this farm quest and then pursue. I mean, most likely mine, since mine is like more specific, and others are more about
How about we just go to the ruins?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, but that's not. We're not doing your quest. We're just going to the ruins.
But
It just so happens that your quest
Okay, shut up.
is there.
Because everyone else's is more like you just get it done on the way, like glory and valor that these two guys.
My
want.
short-term quest is to explore the ruins.
Okay.
Because Mike's and Constantine's goal is more like, we'll get it done someday when we do other cool things.
Give me beer or give me death.
Long-term goal, by the way.
Alright, so you'll see. Short term, explore the ruins.
Recover bow from bandits. Long-term goal, by the way.
No, that wouldn't be long term.
Maybe the bandits took it to like a dangerous area that we can't go near unless we're leveled up.
We laugh now, but when we finally reach level 10, he'll get it.
My bow. I
Well,
waited
one
for
thing
you all
also to
along.
note is that recovering bow from bandits automatically gives Overwee a reward, which is going to be a bow. So, obviously, don't say I want to recover the glorious longsword of the god that kills everything, because I'm going to give it to you. It'll be like essentially
I was just
a wooden
gonna
relic.
make that joke.
So make it believable. I'll put it that way. You try to fuck me over? I'll
I
fuck you over.
say we finish the commission and then recover
Yes.
Bo from bandits.
I
For simply saving our lives back there.
yeah,
Hey,
I'd
but he
say
hasn't even told us about the bow situation.
I'd say
Well, it's
finish the farm and ruins, or if convinced, get the bow.
I say we finish the farm and then we try to find a different snake explorer to replace Lavagine.
No bully.
I order you all to finish the farm. And
Who's going to listen to you?
you just
I
half the
will
man I
because
am.
he's the leader of our party.
You're half the lady boy I am.
All right, you'll
I'm the
see
better half.
on the recovering the bow for bandits for Overwheat, you'll see that there is an objective, and this will give you a bit more information about how to proceed. And I'm trying to stay away from video game territory, but I guess it kind of makes sense also.
Quest log.
Find information about the bandits. Oh my lord, what a revelation.
Never would have guessed.
Some
I
some
guess
might
it's
say
restarting.
some might say this will be more difficult than we thought.
I have a long-term goal.
What?
You do?
I'm just gonna post it in chat.
Okay. As he's typing.
Oh. Nightfall Blade Shadow. Can you be more edgy than that? Like, can you have more names that are more edgy?
He could add more. More names.
Nightfall
I'm
Blade
guessing,
Shadow.
I'm guessing it's the actual name of the spell.
Yeah, it's probably this.
Like, how can you be more edgy than this?
Oh my lord.
Add Crimson in there too. Crimson Blade Shadow.
Man, it's already spoiling my build. God damn.
Then again, the name of the spell is actually Nightfall Blade, not Nightfall Blade Shadow. So,
He's added the shadow part to sound cool.
We should keep it that way. We should just keep it.
Nightfall Blade Shadow.
Nightfall Blade Deadly Shadow Strike.
Destroyer.
Alright.
alright, but the question still resides. You are at the entrance to this cave right now. You have a dead body back inside. You have the ore now acquired by your mining during the time here. So, what would, in fact, that mining did take a couple hours. So, actually, let's go advance the time now because it is not 4 o'clock. It is probably be more towards.
There we go.
Let's see. 7:05 p.m.
Hot damn. Let's take the ore back, I say.
Yes.
Yes,
Let's turn in the quest and report the murder.
it's a good idea.
Weren't the original goal to get money from this quest in order to plunder that tomb you're talking about?
Yes,
Yeah.
but let's
Yeah.
report the murder anyway.
Maybe-
We have to head back to the fucking farm. And we need to smelt this down because it's ore. And then we need to. Well, I need to do things with it. And then we get paid.
And we can ask the farmer about the bandits.
Oh, yeah.
Do we know
That's
about
my
the
body.
bandits yet?
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
He told
Ellen
us about it. Sorry
Has-
you weren't listening.
when
Yeah.
did he say it?
When we met him, he talked
Yeah,
about
I think
the
he said
bandits.
it then.
Did he? I'm pretty sure he was just quiet.
I'm pretty sure we don't.
Maybe you could have heard him talk to himself, but unfortunately we were unconscious.
No, you were conscious. He talked about wanting to get his bow,
Yes, the bandits of this
and
Forsaken.
we talked about
Woods.
the bandits were going to be more dangerous than the goblins.
Yeah, we did do that.
And he smacks Lavagine on the nose.
Don't
Don't
listen
argue
to
with
these
me again.
whiners.
Stay
I'll
off the
fly
roads,
off.
bandits roam.
You're lucky I'm still recovering, little pixie.
Don't boop the snoot.
Why are you threatening our pixie snake?
I'll bend over and I'll just smack my butt. Fly away.
God, I love pixies.
I threaten anything that disturbs my peace.
Well, you should.
Your piss?
How often do you threaten yourself?
It keeps disturbing my beard, and I'm not complaining.
I do not understand the question, Kirgar.
That seems to be part of the problem. Anyway, let us continue to the farm.
I look confused at Kirgar's irrational thinking.
I'll disappear.
All right.
Good.
And I just
As
cry
the
because people
night
keep
does
arguing.
get low, the stars start to show through a bit of the canopy of the trees that are nearby. Although again, you're not really quite within the effects of a wooded area or forest, but the general climated terrain does have a numerous amount of trees that are about. Now, to make it easy to get back, let's go ahead and have a good roll done. Now, this is going to essentially encompass, if you come across anything, not really getting lost because it's not really that hard being a farm on the road, but how we can avoid trouble, I would say. First off, we just have someone who's the one that is leading the group back.
I do not know which direction this village lays.
I could go.
Oh boy.
How's your sense of direction?
I guess since I'm 6 feet tall, I'm the tallest, or one of the tallest.
Yeah, but
so
you
I
don't
should-
want to be in front,
Yeah,
so...
you're definitely the tallest considering you have a half giant in your party.
Yeah,
Let's make
more like a half manlet.
halfway. Let's let Kurgar.
Yeah, you're definitely yes. I don't know what world you live in, but 8 feet is definitely higher than like 6 feet is definitely higher than 8, obviously.
Manlet hours.
Kurgar shall
Yes,
lead the
you.
party back. Yes.
Wait, why am I going first?
Because you're complaining about being 8 feet tall, dumbass.
I'm not complaining. I'm just you're the one taking
If
the
you don't
highest.
roll, I will.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll. What am I rolling?
Calm down. Which direction lays the farm?
I have these dice and I will use them.
North, west?
The direction of the farm from your current position lies to the south.
Then we shall proceed. I shall lead the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you know where to go, are we?
These woods shall guide me.
That
Hopefully,
doesn't sound promising.
I want you to go and give me a perception roll. Now, who's all keeping watch as y'all walk?
Me.
I'm carrying ore.
All right.
I'm also carrying.
Any boons, banes?
That's what it's going to be. So, for everyone that's helping out, so in this case, Kirgar and Cherry are carrying ore. So, Lav and Jean, Crow, what are you doing?
I just said I'm
I'll
watching
be
out.
their
I
eyes
said
in the
crow.
sky.
You said me and Crow.
I said
I'll be
Crow.
their eyes in the sky.
Okay. So, in that case, Ovi, why don't you go ahead and roll me perception with 2 boon. Okay. So you
Good
make
job.
it back to the farm as the night gets a bit darker and a bit darker in the sky.
I have never been here. Can you describe the farm for me?
It's a farm.
It is
Yeah.
a collection of multiple buildings put together. One seems to be a barn. One is a actual farmstead where they would decide to live. There's also another home that would most likely have the individuals that help out at the farmstead itself. There is some large fields about, so that being wheat, corn, and whatnot. And for the most part, in the kind of central area where the buildings kind of face toward is a couple of sheds, a couple of structures, and you see that there is a anvil, there's a forge there for the making of the tools, but the proprietor of the farm, he's just a bit too old now to go ahead and do the work himself to forge the horseshoes, the fixing of the tools and whatnot, which is why he asked for someone outside of his own abilities to have help, which is where Shagrim answered the call.
Such desecration of the earth.
It deserves to be molded. That's all it's good for.
All in due time.
As you near the farm, you see that a lot of the work hands are preparing for the night, and you see them leaving the fields, walking back. Don't really pay you any mind, although occasionally one or two glances will be steeled in the direction of the serpent person local to the group. Maybe a bit of an unpleasant curse under their breath, but you don't hear it offhand. And as you get near, a general, I would say, call is aroused, and you see the old individual that tasked you with getting the material. He does come out to meet you as you approach his farm. Ah, you're back, finally. Oh, it's time to get worried that you'd be in that mine for God knows how long. I think everything went well. And he kind of casually glances at the bruises and bandage wounds on Kirigar and Shagram, as well as Lavengine.
Oh yeah, no trouble at all. Just mining.
Ah, it could be tough
Not
work,
the
I know.
sturdiest, but anyway, we can start working.
Well, please. I do like to have a night full of rest, so if you can stay inside my own farm here. I'll provide amenities as well as food and drink, a good dinner that is going to be prepared by my lovely wife. In the morning, you can work on the smithing. Do you accept?
I look to my comrades.
I do. It's a very tempting offer.
Fantastic. Please come in. Food is just about to be ready. As he
Thank
now
you.
motions for all of you to follow him to the main household.
I dump the ore by the forge and leave it there.
As much as I dislike his way of life, I cannot refuse this offer.
This fucking nomad looking.
Band of weirdos over here. God damn it.
How can you desecrate? Why are you upset about them desecrating the earth if you don't even have earth to desecrate? You're from the desert, right?
Those lands were green once.
Okay, so even if they were green, you wouldn't have farmed it?
No.
Weirdo.
It is for... It is forbidden of our ways.
Your ways are dumb.
I believe there's a huge cultural difference here. Maybe we should not push our boundaries on each other, right?
I just keep laughing and go inside.
Shagram,
Shagram is gone. It's just nope.
I really wish I had some backup here when it comes to conflicts.
What do you eat then?
Oh dear.
How do you get your food if you don't farm?
We hunt.
Now that I can accept, but what then? Just only meat?
We hunt and we pick whatever berries grow from the bountiful earth itself.
What if you come back to the same bush? Isn't that considered farming?
No, we never come back to the same bush. We leave it be and let it grow for the next season.
Yeah, but what, like next season if you come back to the bush, isn't that farming?
I'm not here to discuss the... OG looks very... he's pondering the question very hard. Maybe he is right. Maybe we were farming all along. But we don't desecrate the earth like these people do. They dig up the earth and leave it be without any sacrifices.
You
What
know,
about their time and effort? Isn't that sacrifice enough?
You know, sometimes the soil which you stand on is not able to nurture any crops to grow, such as the bush, the berry bush.
The snake is right. These people didn't just take the earth and bleed it for all of its worth. They took earth that may not have been good, and then they made it good to grow food.
Ah. They offered things to make it good?
Yes, they could have very well nurtured this ground.
The only ground that is
Healed it.
desecrated. The only grounds which are desecrated are those where battlefields are. They desecrate.
Well, actually, dead bodies make for great fertilizer.
But what are the conflict? They burn and pillage.
Actually, ash is a great fertilizer.
I do not know the intricacies of warfare, but what I do know is that many a battlefield left the land in shambles.
Yeah, you would know something about leaving things in shambles.
I wouldn't actually care to enlighten me.
Well, seeing as your kind have left a lot of things in shambles in the past.
Ah, right. Well, that's in the past, so should not matter anymore?
Our people remember.
My people remember.
Okay, now I'm being double teamed when I try to help you both out. What is this?
I don't have anything against you, but
Well,
not take a high and mighty approach when you're not in the moral high ground yourself.
What height and mighty approach? I'm just telling it how it is. Don't you agree that warfare, for better or worse, hurts the land which you stand on?
You insult the very notion of what my people believe to be good.
Well, I would not know about that. You never told me about your people, besides where you come from. Why don't you tell me about the history of your people?
Warfare is a natural part of life.
Is that like a metaphorical speaking or like physical speaking?
No, like going out into battle and fighting and duking it out with other people, that's pinnacle of...
Well, okay, that makes sense, but what I was mostly talking about was like, battlefields where thousands of men scorch the land and burn everything in its way. I don't have anything against a duel or battles between two people.
It seems that when you snake people burnt and scorched things, they stayed that way. But that usually doesn't happen when we have fights.
Oh, how do you approach it?
We burn and scorch and then the ground heals because we don't corrupt it with our presence.
How... What do you mean corrupt?
Well, you know, how your people have corrupted other races and places along this continent.
What do you mean by that?
I mean using dark witchcraft magic that invited corruption into the soil itself.
That never happened. What do you mean?
Okay.
I think you're confusing the corruption with the demon lord that lived during those times.
No, I'm pretty sure you had something to do with that.
As far as my knowledge goes, I'm pretty sure we do not. That was the work of the...
false denier.
That was the work of the demon lord, I assure you. If the books I read and the text I studied are correct, that was most certainly not the work of the serpent people at the time.
I will trust the tales and words of my ancestors over your books.
Very well. Perhaps in time you might change your tune.
Perhaps you might learn the truth.
There's many truths out there. We just have to find the right one.
No, there's literally just one. There's only one truth.
Okay.
Perhaps we may all learn something.
Oh, you're still here?
I've been pondering what you've been saying for the past 10 minutes.
Oh, what have you come up with?
That may be. Our ways may not be the most efficient one, but I will try my best to honor my ancestors and try to find a solution to what's occurring down there. Either way, dinner is still here. It's getting cold.
You know, I analyzed what you all said, and I just come with y'all talk too much. You are boring. And I'll fly away.
Go eat some lice.
Do pixies eat lice?
They'd eat anything.
They're
Oh,
like goats.
they're omnivores?
Everybody's an omnivore, you know.
As I appear before him crunching on a beetle, I'll have you know, we don't eat everything.
Oh, what do you not eat? I've written it down.
I wouldn't eat you.
If
I
I,
don't-
could.
I don't.
Snakes.
Me, I have often heard of my men and my family eating snakes. Yes.
That doesn't sound very comforting.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've heard it's delicious. Hey, don't you wait. When you catch a lizard tail, right? It grows back when they lose it. Can we take your tail,
let's
rip
test
it off,
this out.
eat it, and then it will grow back?
It
Yes,
does not.
yes. Please
it
say
does
yes.
not-
Let's
it
test it
does-
out.
It does not
Let's
grow back.
How
You made
old are
me
now?
lie. He's
How do you
lying.
know? Have you ever lost your tail?
I've seen people who did. They never get it back.
Well, maybe they just didn't grow it back right.
I'll
That's-
jump on the up and down on Kiergar's shoulder. Oh, he's lying. He's lying. Test it out. Test it out. For science.
Let's test it out.
Yes.
In what house are we eating?
This one right here.
The,
Oh, nice.
the roof disappeared.
Because they're inside.
What witchcraft is this?
Hello, Shagnam. You're already here, I see.
His
He
mouth
must-
his mouth is full of everything on the table.
You can't even hear him speak.
Ah, yes, I'm sorry.
Are you alright?
Well, I was just.
Hey, you look pretty alright to me.
You're all talkers. All of you.
I don't see what's wrong with a bit of
I
catching
believe
up.
there are more important things in life.
I've
such
been
as-
eating this whole time.
I have been eating this whole time.
Kiergard, you have a bit of trouble fitting your big ass self inside the building. In fact, I want you at one Bane to go ahead and give me a agility challenge roll.
Kurgar, get in here!
He probably likes to watch the sunset.
Alright, we'll get back to him in a second then. Alright, so all of you are essentially enjoying the food. And the food is actually relatively good as you are just eating, enjoying a bit of talk, and the farmer is essentially just going on about his time at the farm. He's been here, his family's been here, and he kind of misses the old days of not adventure, but the occasional, he even says, "Oh, I remember in my youth when those damn bandits came down. I was just about maybe my mid-20s when these hooligans wanted to raid my father's farm here, now mine. We put the hoe, the shovel, my father put a sword to the belly. That was about the most adventure I ever got, but I always kind of dreamed what it would be like to be one of those unsung heroes, or even the sung heroes that go out and have that taste of adventure."
This did not end well.
I think I heard something breaking.
Okay, so as
What
you're
kind of host
as you're
did
getting
you have?
food, you essentially, just because you're size, Kierkegaard, you know this. I mean, you've been to Jotun and the humanist lands. He tried to be very, very nice and accommodating to you, but the fact is, you're just too damn big. And as you're trying to maneuver inside the farmstead, not meant for someone of your size, you end up breaking dishes, clay cups. One of the tables just gets kind of crushed under your boot. He's like, no offense, a large individual. It's okay if you go outside. I'll bring the food to you.
Oh,
Are you okay, Kierkegaard?
well, I would be if you make your furniture the correct size.
Well, it is the correct size for one of my size, but I mean, no. Honestly, how many Jotun do you even know down here? Their kind usually sticks to the far north.
Your point.
You see,
how many
yeah-
buildings have you seen that are accommodating to your size down here? You can't really blame me on that one.
Can't I?
I mean, you can.
You see,
but...
Kierkegaard, in many cultures, there's different households for the accommodating race. Just like Shagram here has their own little humble holdings that you will not be able to fit in.
Humble.
I'm sorry, are they not humble?
They're very impressive fortresses.
I don't know
on the
about
ground.
you, but I have yet to find a hole that I could not fit in.
Have you tried going to the Dwarven Fortress yet?
Have you tried digging a hole?
Yeah,
Maybe.
like Shagram, you would know that in some of the deeper and darker dwarven tunnels, he wouldn't even fit.
If a hole doesn't fit, I will break it open.
And you
It's
kinda,
fine.
I guess you would kind of laugh at that. The notion is amusing.
It's a good thing
Oh,
he didn't
laugh.
go to prison. No, nobody. Oh.
I don't like the pixie laughing. It brings me unease.
Swap at the pixie trying to get away to like a fly from my food.
Fine,
Get away.
I'll go outside.
How about
Well, I guess I would join you.
Your
after all.
your chairs were uncomfortable anyway.
How about we
Luckily,
talk
you
about
have stools right
ravaging,
here, and the stools would accommodate your size since they are essentially just tree trunks that have been cut down.
I'm
to
gonna
these stools.
I'm gonna take two, one for each of my butt cheeks.
Okay.
What is the proprietor's name again?
The proprietor's name is. I didn't write that down. Did I mention it last session?
Shit.
No, the session before, in fact, I think.
Let me just pull out
Jarrokin.
my note.
He's called Jarrokin Wilderath.
Wilderath.
Jesus.
Wilderath.
Wilderath.
Jarrokin Wilderath.
Excuse me, Wilderath,
Can you
but
spell
I
that,
have
Jeff,
no
please?
offense against your humble abode.
Please spell that in chat.
However,
at least that's how I wrote it down. I'm not actually sure
It's
that's
fine
correct.
how you wrote it down.
I do prefer eating outside in the night sky.
Apparently, I'm taking really bad notes on my side, which is it's actually
This
really
is
big
what
on
I
my
got.
part.
This is what I got. I only wrote it down the way I heard it, so I cannot actually testify for what I
We're going with it. His
posted.
name is Jarokin Wilderath. Which kind of makes sense. That's probably what it is. All right, so
Easy.
Excuse me, Wilderath, but as much as your humble abode displeases me, I do prefer the night sky as I grab my food and go outside and eat.
no, of course, of course. Well, he turns to you, Lemon Jean, and Shagram. Would you two like to go with your friends outside also? We'll bring the food to you.
Oh, no, thanks. I like enclosed spaces a lot more.
I'd prefer to be inside.
They're more
I need-
like home.
I need some warmth after spending almost a day in a cave.
No,
Damn it. The pixie followed.
I'll whisper to Owogu. Ask him about the bandits.
Who?
The farmer. Dum dum.
She keeps flying around his fucking head.
Wilderath.
yes,
I
yes.
come crashing through the door again. A fairy whispered in my ear. Has there been bandit trouble again? These parts nearby? I encountered them earlier, but I also encountered them in the again.
Are you okay? Oi? You seem to
Well,
have a stroke.
lately there have been. Again, they've been staying away from the farm, but some of the merchants that come by the farm have mentioned that their escorts have been in use. Small things, but even last, I believe 2 days ago, Myrrell, his own little caravan coming back from one of the cities on the west was attacked by bandits. He got away, but a couple of his guards were killed. But I don't know. I guess they've gotten more bold lately, or maybe they're just hungry, or I don't know. I mean, there's not been many guards that patrol from the nearby town, so it's.
As Kilgar hears the talk of bandits, he's like, "Oh yeah," and he walks back inside. I mean, peeks his head inside. So we saw a murder happen and stuff.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Like there was a body dumped in the mine.
He had this on him, but I can't read what it says as I pull out the
I
amulet
would've-
I found from him.
I feel like I should have mentioned this earlier, but I was hungry.
No, that's okay. I mean, usually food is the calmer of all things. Let me see.
I forgot is what I'm saying, but yeah, there was a they killed a guy and then robbed him probably.
I show him the copper necklace with the engraving on the back. Do you know what this says?
Let's see. To my love from Nezca. I don't recall the name. But if you found off a body, well, I can only assume that this poor woman's going to miss her dear beloved.
Also, do you know what this is? As I show him the fist-sized egg.
Where'd you get that?
It's a big egg. It's blue. I know. I've not actually seen these before. Where'd you acquire this at?
We should cook this.
The wastes. I found it in a. What is it called? A bird yurt. don't know,
No,
dude.
that's nothing I've
We
ever
should
actually
eat
seen
it.
before.
Imagine a sunny side up egg you could make out of that.
I prefer to know what this thing is before we cook it.
How do you know it's alive? Maybe it's actually an egg.
I put it against my ear and try to listen.
You put it against your ear and you don't hear anything. In fact, the egg seems kind of solid to you, but it's warm.
Do you hear anything?
No, but it is warming my ear.
Can any of us make any kind of roll to try to identify this?
If I, the animal master around here, cannot identify this, I'm.
But
much
maybe I
sure.
saw this kind of egg before. You don't know.
It's one I'm not gonna allow.
So this egg is not from the wastes.
It is from the wastes. I picked it up there.
It is. So
You know what else is from the wastes?
So
oh,
Yes, a bird's nest. I found it in a bird's nest on the way over here.
so hers.
why you not know what a bird's nest is?
It
Her,
slipped my mind.
Since I'm like studying Velocian stuff, would I see something like this in the books?
This is something you've not come across yet. No, you come across
No.
eggs.
If it's a Velocian,
and with the knowledge of Velocian Empire and what they've done, you come across images of, say, dragon eggs or basilisk eggs like that are kind of very, very exotic and rare. But this is the one you have not come across. There's a
If
certain,
this is a
there's
Velocian
certain
egg, we should eat it.
pattern on the shell of the egg, and that you haven't seen.
Okay. Quite a unique egg. I've never seen one like it before.
Kirgar, as you are eating outside, you notice that a couple of the farm hands are actually building you a. How did you share the sheet with me? That was weird. Alan, what'd you just do?
I
Were you messing with your character sheet a moment ago?
Yeah, I had it open.
That was weird. Popped up my screen also. That was weird.
First, more info. Does this do anything?
What more info?
No, I guess not. Either way, Kirgar.
What is it?
So Kirgar,
My
you see
first-
a couple of. Oh, sorry. There you go, by me.
My first instinct was to cook this, but I couldn't crack it. It's hard as a rock.
I bet you I could.
I'm not risking it. Who knows what this thing couldn't be?
Well, you wanted to crack it originally, then you couldn't crack it. And now you want to see what happens to it. I mean,
No, I just wanted to point it out that I couldn't crack it on my own. Perhaps it's my own weakness, or it's something special with
I
it. Who
have
knows?
never seen anything that I could not have cracked before.
I am not risking it.
There's no risk involved. You give me egg, I crack.
Exactly.
What's the risk? I don't get it.
You cracking it.
How is that a risk? This is exactly what you want.
Because us humans like things whole.
But he wanted to crack it.
No, I didn't want to crack it. I said I wanted to crack it. Pretense.
Yeah, you wanted to crack it, so why don't you want to crack it now?
Because I couldn't crack it. And no one knows what it is.
That seems like a very dumb reason.
Listen, it's superstition. It's what we humans do best. Now sit down, you're worrying me. You're just in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. I'm gonna walk to sit down on... I know I've been sitting on 2 stumps already.
So Kirgar, you notice that as you're eating and enjoying the food out, that a couple of farm hands have been actually building a place for you to rest for the night, and they're putting it underneath a couple of apple trees.
It's very nice of them.
Looks like a dog's house.
You want me to put you in a cage?
As if you could catch him.
I have never seen anything that I could not catch before.
How dare you? That's it.
You've caught a bunny with your own eyes? I mean, with your own
That's it.
hands?
You,
I'm sure I could.
Kirgar, I'm going to be watching you and do things to you all the time.
Go ahead. You insult me by telling me that I'm sleeping in a doghouse?
I said it looks like one.
I see your double
Uh,
standards.
He's
I don't
going,
think
Fly
you
off
can
and
fool me.
disappear.
he's going to plant lice from Shagram's beard.
You
into
think
your
you
head.
disappeared, but little did you know, I can still see you.
How can he still see me?
I just can.
He has never not been able to see.
I have never not seen anything that I could not see before.
This man speaks the truth, unfortunately.
this is the new meme, huh?
I
You
don't
cannot argue with that logic. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go and find some rotten apples.
It is easy enough within this bit of grove here, so if you want to make an inventory, some rotten apples there, Crow.
I need to quote this somewhere.
Hey, write this down. Man's a regular Rembrandt.
I'm gonna put this in features.
Features. A feature. Become a meme.
Yeah.
So Shagram,
Yes.
tell me about your people.
Shouldn't you know about my people?
Well, I've mostly been wasting away at studying Valosian texts. They do have some stories passed of the Dwarven Kingdom at the time, but I would probably
Oh, yeah?
better.
Which stories? Pray
Stories-
tell. I'm
Let's
listening.
see. If I recall, there was a story about how one of the Dwarven fortresses at the time, which was called Modan, probably not there anymore, but it was a commerce city where a lot of Dwarven trade was made. And it's been highlighted that it's been a very wanted province during those warring times. Perhaps you were born there, now under a different Dwarven city name.
And where would this Modan be?
Well, I can't tell you on the top of my head.
Because I hail from the Cloud Mountains, in fact.
Cloud Mountains. Well, it's probably in there somewhere.
I can't really tell you much about my people.
Why not?
Because I heard a lot more about yours. We are a simple people. We're good kind. I remember the war.
So you were told the history of your people, but it was primarily the events of what my ancestors did?
That's a fair assumption.
I think you will find that most people know more about your people than their own. You fucked up pretty much everybody included in this continent.
Well, don't put it on me. It's a shame. I love history, especially of other people. It's just a shame that so much
Of other people you've conquered?
I just hope that you knew history a little bit better considering how much you liked it.
I mean, if there is no history to learn, what history can I know?
Well, I don't know. You've been telling us a couple of things that I feel like perhaps your people have lied to you about.
I still believe that it's just a difference in our upbringing. Your people.
I don't think that you can dispute facts with the difference of upbringing.
It's fact to you, but to me, it's just.
It's fact because it's true.
Well, I could use the same argument. What would you say then?
No, well, you couldn't because you see the evidence doesn't support you.
If you don't read, you won't not know. You can believe whatever you want, my little Kirga. But if you don't read what happened in history, you will never know the truth. Because history is written by victors. That was always the case. Now, whatever your people have
So
told
you're admitting to hiding truths and lying about what your people did.
I never lied what they did.
Well, you said that the history is written by the victors, and you won until you lost.
I don't think we won. To be frank with you, actually, we've suffered quite a lot.
Who fucking who? What am I gonna do without all my slaves?
Well, actually, if we're not gonna, if we aren't putting my people on the table, slave labor was always common. It still is.
I dunk my head
People
on the
really know how to
table.
ruin a good thing.
I try to pass myself out.
Do you have anything to say against that? I mean, I don't see why you.
I'm afraid that I'm at a lack for words.
You see, some things never change for better or worse. In this case,
Yes, some things really never do change.
just like Jotun and their warring ways.
I'm
Which-
trying my very best not
Which
to think of you in a stereotypical way, but you're not helping your situation.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm just stating what I know from what I've read. You are stating things that you've heard from other people. I think you should experience it from your eyes.
I
And
think if we took a collective knowledge check from everybody involved here, I think we'd come to a pretty similar conclusion that very much does not align with anything that you were saying.
Well, I can't argue against that. There's been many...
That's what you're doing. You're saying that because you read it in a book in one of your old libraries, it's true.
I never said it's true. I said that's what I've read. Why do you think I'm out here with you adventuring? I'm experiencing the world with my own eyes. I have an open mind. I know what my people did. That doesn't mean that I should not be able to see the world in a better view.
Well, I don't think that you fully know what your people did.
You would be correct about that. That's why I'm looking for Valosian artifacts.
Yeah, and I tried to explain to you, but you told me that I was not right.
Because we're both still children, Kirgar. From what you've told me, you've only heard passing things from your peers and friends. I've only seen things from the books and texts. So now I'm here adventuring, finding answers for myself. Just as you are looking for answers yourself too, aren't you?
I'm not looking for answers, I know the answers. I'm looking for glory and money.
And what will you find at the end of that road?
Valhalla.
I'm sorry?
I will find Valhalla.
What's that?
Do you not know what Valhalla is?
No.
What do you know?
I don't know much about your people. They're kind of very sophisticated. They're kind of